Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. We actually covered these folks on the channel before. Not really covered, you kind of just like watch Kiwi make a tape. I think it was Kiwi who made the video on it. Yeah, it was Kiwi. Yeah, Kiwi's been following. Kiwi has really good channels for the fourth shooter. What is the fourth shooter? It's a troll. Yeah, I don't know, it's a troll. Well, anyways, let's get into it.
Team are back and worse than ever. For those
Yeah.
of you not familiar with Patrick and Sarah, I highly recommend my first video on them, but a quick run.
Okay, so for people who don't know who these two people are, it's a dad and a daughter duo that make like all these dance TikToks. And supposedly the dad made some sort of like AI character, like AI girlfriend about one of her friends. She's really have anything to do with these people. They're just kind of like, oh yeah, we're here. I'm just gonna take a picture of them and so on. And this dude in the back made like an AI version of her. And so supposedly, I can't remember off the top of my head. I don't want to throw out like, I'm just gonna say allegedly did like naughty things with the AI version. I'm pretty sure she's above the legal age. I can't remember. It's been a while.
Down would be that they are a dad and daughter TikTok duo who found themselves in a lot of controversy for the inappropriate nature of their dances. But upon further investigation, people would find a pretty disturbing rabbit hole. From lewd AI accounts to some of the most disturbing literature I have ever laid my eyes upon, all created by the father, Patrick. While a lot of these disturbing stories involve a relationship between father and daughter, and for months Sarah and Patrick swore this wasn't them, it was the internet who was weird for thinking something was going on.
Like I said before, like, if they actually got into shape, dressed like very what's the word? If they dressed like fancy, like wore like a suit and like a dress, actually like made himself like present himself as high class people, and then did dances with some like actual like classic music to back them, I honestly think they would have been fine. But since they didn't do that, it just looks like your average Tennessee father and daughter. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it's not a good thing either.
Only to confess
Oh
during
boy.
an interview with a fellow TikToker, but both he and Sarah would disappear soon after this interview. And that is where we pick up today. Spoilers, the Dream Team will return. But this video is in chronological order, and some things did happen while they were on hiatus. Things like the disclosure of the messages between Patrick and his TikTok interviewer, Hannah. And these messages would shine even more light on Patrick's depravity. So yes, I wrote that story. That is the only story like that I have ever written. It was complete fiction, and it was hard for me to even write it. But I was being stupid, trying to get traction for the whole AI account, and terrifying as it is, most of the top read stories on that site are from that category there.
Oh yeah. This dude, he also denied the AI story. Like every time that he was asked about it or like confronted about it, he would deny it. And all fingers pointed at him. All trails led to this dude, and he just would not accept it. And I think it was in a TikTok live view when they just kept asking, and they just kept asking him, and he just finally caved in and like, yeah, it was me. And the whole live chat was like, oh wow. Like they were like being they weren't really mocking it. They actually just be like being like very sarcastic about like they knew it was him, but they just was just fucking with him.
I said it.
Yeah.
Now you know everything that I have lied about except for one thing. Sarah never moved out completely. We got a 2-bedroom apartment at the extended stay, and the second bedroom has a second kitchen and a door, so it's kind of the same, but not really. So many people were pressuring her to move out that she just wanted to try to get a break from it all. She didn't want to leave TikTok, so she just felt it was better to make people believe she had left. That is it.
Ooh.
That is the full truth. This message is extremely important for a couple of reasons. First, Patrick admits that he writ one of those disgusting stories, and with that admission, it's kind of hard to claim you didn't write the rest of them. This means that Patrick has now admitted to the Ariella Brigman account modeled after Jenna
Yeah.
Frank and
Yep.
the horribly disturbing stories that he wrote online. But as awful as it sounds, everyone already knew this. There was a mountain of other evidence pointing towards Patrick being behind this. Something that less people were sure about was Sarah moving out. Now, don't get me wrong, there were still many who didn't believe her story of moving a half hour away and getting a job. But that text from Pat seals it. This explains why Patrick had nearly disappeared from the camera, because
Bro, imagine being the mom in all this. Like I think the mom is the one recording all this. You just record your husband and your daughter do all these weird videos. Like I'm not gonna lie, like, yeah, it's weird to an extent, but it's also kind of genuine. But I think it's more weird and more freaky-ish than it is genuine, right? Like the intent here is obviously genuine, but the accusation from an outside perspective, it's fucking weird. I mean, like let's be honest. Like if you're gonna do is at least look good while doing it, right? Yeah.
they were trying to make their new extended stay seem like Sarah's apartment. I have never heard of an extended stay
That's
having
weird.
2 kitchens. There are very few homes that have 2 kitchens. So this was likely an attempt at shielding Sarah from the criticism she was about to receive, as she had requested a vast array of items on an Amazon wish list under the
What?
pretenses
What?
of her moving out. New cookware, new blankets, all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
Patrick just admitted it was all a lie. Just imagine
Oh.
the life of your average daddy-daughter dream team fan. Like a legitimate fan. First, you gotta put aside the mountain of evidence that Patrick is up to something disgusting.
You got like he's saying that you gotta put aside and put the thought to the side that your dad made an AI version of one of your childhood friends. Oh, it's bad. It is bad, ladies and gentlemen.
And then they lie and scam you. If I'm being
Yeah.
honest, that's what they deserve. The people who legitimately
yep.
enjoy this kind of content need to be investigated, because it is utterly disturbing the amount of defense I see for their actions.
Yeah, it's like I said, bro. Like the intent is probably genuine, but the observation just doesn't look good. He gets it.
In their TikTok
Oh, yeah.
comments. But there also seems to be support for this coming from within the home. The public was recently
obviously.
made aware that Teresa, the mother, knows about the Ariella Brigman AI account. My assumption is that she either doesn't care or doesn't understand how serious this is. Teresa doesn't
Yeah, I was gonna say, if she's recording all this shit and she's just letting it happen, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say there's a pretty good chance she doesn't care. Like her family's already falling apart. Her daughter's going off doing her own thing now. Probably, hopefully, she's off doing her own thing, being made fun of online, and this dude's being fucking roasted for his gut. Just goddamn, and being and making AI porn. She don't give a fuck, bro. Like she's done. Like she's just here for the ride. She's just waiting for it to end. I guarantee it.
seem to be able to take care of herself. I think that Patrick has taken advantage of this, also convincing her that this kind of lifestyle they live is normal. So
It's
as
not.
sad as it
not
sounds, I
normal.
don't really expect her to ever stand up in defense of her daughter. All of
None of this is normal,
information
by the
came
way.
from the interviewer, Hannah, who was off and on social media because she had received a massive amount of backlash for her interactions with the Dream Team.
There's a random
But
ball
during
in the
one of her
background.
brief returns to social media, she would reveal that the Dream Team would be coming back soon. Specifically Sarah, who would be uploading on her own. And Hannah wasn't lying, because around the middle of December, Sarah would return to TikTok, claiming she just wanted to put the past behind her.
I took some time to reset and refocus and really think about what I wanted to create and share moving forward.
Okay.
I'm honestly really excited to be here again. Going forward, this page is going to be all about fun, creativity, and everyday life. I'll be posting things like TikTok shop finds,
What?
Get ready with me videos, and just content that feels light, positive, and real. I'm choosing to focus on the present and what's ahead, and I'm really grateful for the people who are here for that energy. I also wanted to share that the Dream Team channel will be back soon. We're just taking a little time to clean up some older videos and get everything organized before jumping back in.
This is something
How about you do your own thing, like ditch your dad, because fools won't really say allegations, but I guess you could say allegations, right? With all those going around and what he did, might as well go find a new dance partner, you know, like go do something else. Like if you're passionate about dancing, go find a new dance partner, go do like a dance studio. Bro, you gotta get away from this dude.
that Sarah has been warned about time and time again, that if she continued to listen to her father, eventually she would be involved in something that would get her a lot of ire on social media.
Yeah.
And now that she had performed a wish list scam, a lot less people were looking at her as a victim. And it seems this sentiment has only gotten worse with...
No. I don't look at her as a victim. I mean, like, you know, yeah, no, she's not a victim. She's in on it. I think she knows about it, but I don't think she cares enough to do anything about it. If I had to guess, like that's my take on it. I think she knows it. She knows about it. Is she in on it? Yeah, I would probably say she is in on it, but I don't think has like her hand doesn't run as deep as this dude's hand in the pocket of the scam, you know?
Time. She doesn't understand that some of the people who
Golly,
gave to her wish
look at that
list
gut.
genuinely just wanted her away from Patrick, and she just scammed them. To make matters worse, Sarah was also religiously deleting comments calling her out on this and all of the other stuff the Dream Team had done, claiming that she just wanted to make new content in a new chapter of her life. But almost nothing had changed. If you need more proof of that, the very next day, the Dream Team would return, giving us our first glimpse at Patrick in quite some time.
Everyone, we're back, but before anything else, I need to speak openly for a moment. Over the past couple of years, we have made some creative decisions that have crossed lines for a lot of people. We've taken time to listen, reflect, and understand how some of what we shared affected others.
Before moving on,
Is that a green screen? I'll be using a green screen in the library.
I want to say this clearly. We are truly sorry for any hurt or discomfort that our content has caused.
Fucked up. They fucked up.
It was never our intention. We didn't fully understand.
Yeah, they already fucked up. Like apologize, and yeah, I would never apologize unless I think I'm wrong. I'll never apologize unless I think I'm in the wrong. Okay, never apologize to these people on the internet because they're just one far away from being blown away.
And the impact some of those choices could have, and that matters.
That chapter is closed. Those choices are over for good. They do not reflect who we are, what we believe, or how we live our lives.
From this point forward, our path is clear. We will only make content that uplifts others, makes people smile, and brings positivity and joy into their lives. Let me be clear.
Wait.
We're not here to defend.
Yeah, he's a two-person.
Argue.
But it's gonna be me. It's gonna be me.
We are choosing to move forward with humility, responsibility, and care.
Patrick, your content, if it could even be called that, is some of the most hurtful and disturbing content I have ever seen.
Got a nice
There's
dog.
no way I'm gonna read any of these stories to you guys. I'd have to censor almost everything. But they are absolutely vile stories involving family members.
Really?
There is no apology on earth fitting for what you have done, Patrick, or the kind of evil that you have put out into the world, let alone committed. I have no idea on what planet they thought this was a good idea. Patrick says that he wants to move forward with humility and responsibility, when neither are possible at this point.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, nothing has changed. They would soon return to dancing videos, continue to delete any negative comment about them, leaving all of the elephants in the room unaddressed.
Well, it wouldn't be a Dream Team Reborn without a dance challenge.
Really? We're back to that again?
Yes.
You know, like 99.99.99.99 of your problems will go away if you go to Patrick. 100%. Get rid of Patrick and all your problems will be solved. Yes.
You know you can't beat me.
This was your idea, okay?
I know.
Of course, this is all Patrick's idea. He can't stay off of social media.
He loves
He's
it.
been making content on it for a very long time. But I think the main reason they're doing this is money. Sarah would start
Really?
to shill more and
Really?
more for the TikTok shop, while also trying to pivot towards Christian content, claiming that people had gotten the wrong impression of her, and that going forward she would be.
I'm sorry for pausing it for very long and too much. I just wanted to say, for the people out there who are making Christian content, do it because you love the religion, not because you want the benefits from the religion. That's personally, like, when I hear someone say that they're now a Christian after doing a bunch of evil shit, or doing a bunch of bad shit or dumb stuff, like, you're not doing that because you truly believe in change. It's all it's optic. It's virtue signaling. It's like, yeah, shut up and play the video. Yes, Dad.
Be more modest.
I mean, I'm pretty sure by the clothes it's pretty much self-explanatory why I'm getting rid of them. I didn't explain why I'm doing this. Basically, over the last couple of weeks, I have been praying and asking God for guidance, and He has told me that I need to change
Give it to Patrick.
the way I dress.
Give it to Patrick.
So the way I dress now, people look at me and think, oh, she must be ready for the club. I want people to look at me and think, oh, she must be ready for church. I don't want people to see my body. Like, I don't want people to look at me and say, oh my God, she's so hot. So as you can tell, most of those were either too short or too low cut, or like that brown one had a slit. So yeah.
Oh my
People
God!
being critical of what you wear is the least of your concerns,
Yes.
Sarah.
Yeah.
Personally, I think this was spurred on by Patrick. You may have noticed in some of the more recent videos that Sarah is still wearing that purity ring that Patrick proposed to her with. I think that, along with dressing modestly, is how he keeps Sarah from having any forms of normal relationships, by socially isolating her as much as possible. I also want to talk about the attempted Christian rebrand for a moment, because
You know who else does that? Cults. Cults also do that. They destroy bonds with your family. They destroy relationships with your close friends. They isolate you from the world and everything until you have nothing left and the world forgets about you. And then they can do whatever they want. I feel like that's exactly what Patrick is doing. This dude is, I don't want to say evil, but he doesn't have exactly good intentions in mind. He doesn't have his daughter's best interests in mind. Yeah. Bro is farming his daughter for content. Yep.
I think a lot of it also
Yeah,
lies
sure.
in trying to scam people and make them forget about all the awful stuff they've done and are currently doing. Because if Sarah was really talking to the Lord and he really spoke back, I'm sure he would say to return the money you scammed from people. But what do I know? I'm just a guy who really likes mug root beer. One thing I really
I like mug root beer.
is Cooking with Patrick,
Bark.
series that would also make its return. I don't know how much more incriminating Patrick can get. His love of Monster Hunter is well known, and he views himself as some kind of master chef from the game. I would also like to point out that it was this love of Monster Hunter that led to him getting found out. If I'm remembering correctly, one of his smut stories was set in the Monster Hunter universe. He also wears a Monster Hunter shirt in one of these videos. It's like I said, I don't know if he could get any more incriminating. But the food he cooks is also just slop, and he makes a mess that accumulates with every cooking video that's posted.
All right, everybody, the moment you've all been waiting for, or at least most of you who have watched our channel before. It's Cooking with Dad! Tonight, I got a very special meal for you. So, everybody's had meatball subs, right?
So you're telling me that since this guy is a self-proclaimed cook in Monster Hunters, he thinks he's a real cook, chef in real life? Did I get that right? Very delusional, but Continue.
right? I mean, you love meatball subs because of the meatballs. They're so delicious.
No, I don't like
Subs.
balls.
But it's so hard to eat sometimes because the balls are rolling around in the bread. And
Because you have
I don't know
missing
about you, but
teeth.
that gets annoying. I mean, I love meatball subs, but I'm going to do you one better. I'm making meatball burgers. So I got this loaf of French bread here.
What?
And I'm putting it in the water. Now I know everybody who doesn't know this trick is probably going to come for me on this one, but trust me when I tell you, I learned this from a chef on YouTube, and he's very popular, and I tried it, and it works. My garlic in a butter dish. Now, I'm not going to use all this because I need some for the sauce, but
Damn.
just kind of half of it in here. Same with the onions. You're going to put half of these onions in here.
What the fuck? Bro. You just mince them up. Do something.
Here.
Yummy.
You got to have a good amount of my Italian seasoning here. Good amount of that. And I just add a teensy bit of olive oil for a little kind of extra flavor. I promise it's not as disgusting as it looks.
Yes? Oh, salt.
So we're going to put some salt in here. The magic seasoning of...
Wait.
So we're going to put some salt in here. The magic...
That's a lot of fucking salt, dude. That is... What is this dude making? It looks like something you would feed your dog.
Seasoning of cooking with
What?
that. Some dill. We're going to add that.
Perfect for this because it's Italian.
Well, there's a lot more than just Italian.
There's nothing Italian
Yeah, it is.
about this.
So you just want to get it all incorporated. The bread's going to like break up and meld with everything. And we're going to add a big can of crushed tomatoes. We want them to be firm enough to handle the sauce, but not so firm that they're overly.
Okay.
And Sarah's going to do the taste test for you because she's really not sure about this one.
Yeah, not quite sure.
His hair looks really greasy.
Set it right on top.
It's huge.
Of that.
I may have been wrong
And then
because that looks good.
I'm just going to put the top bun on there. And you may end up needing a fork.
I was just going to say that. It's a big burger.
No, as Hunter would say, you just got to lock in.
Guys, this is... This right here, and that, believe it or not, that is peak American masculinity right there. Okay? In America, this is our diet 24/7. We love this shit. Oh my god, inject that into my veins. No, we don't.
To handle this, those buns were a little too soft and a little too...
So like I said earlier, this cooking thing is all ego for Patrick. You can tell Sarah hates it. It looks disgusting, but he truly believes that he's just made an amazing meal. I really believe that Patrick has some kind of god complex, and the cooking plays a big role in it.
Really?
Sarah looked so sad eating it, and I wouldn't be shocked if the rest of the family felt the same. We haven't really seen much of the rest of the family, but when we do, it's not good. Patrick and Sarah seem to use Teresa as manual labor more.
Hold on. Who do you guys think cooks better? A cannibal? Or a guy who creates AI nude women? Oh, I would probably say the cannibal, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Often than not. A prime example would be how they go live and mind their own business while Teresa watches Sarah's dog, who is a pretty good size and nowhere near any form of trained. So as they're streaming, you can audibly hear Teresa struggling with the dog, who's probably pulling her all over the park.
Yeah.
Ow. Yes, my glasses are prescription glasses. Nope, you can't go play. That's not... Like, it's not just, like, an allergy. Like, it's a severe allergy. Even, like, one little piece of chicken sets
His
her off.
mom.
Ow! baby. Calm down, baby.
Occasionally.
Bro,
No!
get the dog. Even the chat.
Sarah
Even the
has
chat.
absolutely no business owning this dog. She's not training it, and a dog that size can be really dangerous if not properly handled. That, along with living out of an extended stay, none of it's ideal. We can only hope that she, along with the rest of the family, can find freedom, because Patrick is worse than ever. Nothing has convinced me that he has changed. They claim that they've dialed back their content, saying that all the touchy-feely stuff was just silly fun, but their new videos are as uncomfortable as ever.
He has no idea what I'm doing, but I told him I had an idea and I wanted to film it, but I didn't tell him what it was because I wanted to see his genuine reaction. No, get back here! It's nothing bad.
Every time you want my genuine reaction, it's something tear-jerking.
No, I promise it's nothing tear-jerking.
Okay.
I have a story for you. So along comes the spider, and the spider asked the duck, "Why are you in my web?" The duck said, "I was just walking along the riverbank and I stepped in your web. I'm sorry." The duck looked up to the trees and saw that an egg, a duck egg, was trapped in the spider's web. The duck asked the spider, "Why do you have a duck egg?" The spider said, "Oh, that's my lunch." The duck said, "No, please don't eat my friend's egg." The spider thought about it for a minute.
He's so out of it.
Said, "I'll make a deal with
He's
you.
so out of it.
If you allow me to permanently web your feet together, your toes together."
Even before knowing what Patrick did, he unsettled me, but now it's just crazy to look at him and wonder what kind of evil is running around in that noggin. Every day that passes, Sarah seems to be more like him, more confrontational with the audience, more willing to lie, to cover up things that might make her look bad. And that,
you know what? It's a shame too, because people like this need to be actually like put in jail. Well, you can't really put him in jail because I mean you can, but you have to find like a charge. But like it's a shame that the consequences of his actions aren't harsh or even more harsh, because you guys pointed out what he did wrong, so now he's just gonna hide what he's doing even more better. Like people like this don't change; they just learn to mask themselves better. Like that's all you guys did. You just helped this dude camouflage better. Like, yeah, legit dead ass, bro.
that's what was being done with this Amazon wish list. People were furious that they'd given their hard-earned money to a scam, one that had not been addressed since...
Guys, I'm sorry, okay, but if you give your money to people online, I'm gonna say like, I'm gonna take a guess. 7 out of 10 times, it's probably a fucking scam, because here, nothing gets checked. And if you get scammed by this dude, that's your fucking fault. You are an idiot. That is your fault.
It's the Dream Team's return.
Oh.
Well, I think criticism from their actual fans got so intense that Sarah was forced to post an apology video, if it could even be called that. I view it more as Sarah fessing up to her lie.
I never moved out. I only made that up because I was so tired of all the hate and everyone constantly telling me to move out. I know it
So
was
you
wrong
lied.
to deceive everyone with the wish list.
Wow.
I am so sorry that I misled everyone.
Wow.
I did use everything that
She
was
lied.
to decorate my room, but that doesn't excuse asking for it under the guise that I had my own apartment. I have decided to give everyone the option of a refund. If you bought something from the wish list, send an email to our main email, which is on screen now, along with the screenshot of the order, so I can see the item you bought and the cost, along with your PayPal and your email address. I will try to make sure everyone who wants their refund gets it by the end of February. I'm sorry, but that's the earliest I can guarantee. Things are tight for us right now.
This video has since been deleted, and I've seen
I believe it.
absolutely no evidence
Oh
of
my
people
god, bro. Yeah. I take that back. If you get scammed by this guy, you're not an idiot. You're fucking retarded. Oh my god.
their refunds. My assumption is that Sarah had seen a massive drop-off in financial support. This is not the last we'll hear of the Amazon wish list. We're nowhere near done with the lies surrounding it. For now, it seemed that the Dream Team had made somewhat of a return. Well, mostly Sarah, who was appearing in the vast majority of videos. And I think this was because Patrick knew he was pretty well finished being a public figure. And he thought that he could squeeze some more money out of Sarah. So he posted an explanation video giving his side of why he hadn't been on camera, aside from cooking with Dad. And as usual, it's more lies and excuses.
I know we haven't been posting recently, and the reason for that is because we have...
The reason for that is because I'm gooning to AI girls that I created that look like my daughter's friend, and I'm lying and scamming every single one of you. And nothing will be done about it because you guys are all stupid. Honestly, that I feel like that's what he should say. He should dead ass just say it. Yeah, just say it. Just say it.
Been focusing all of our attention on Sarah's new Facebook. Recently, Sarah has decided to take most of her efforts and put them into her new Facebook page, Life with Sarah. Now, this Facebook page is centered on Christianity, Bible verses, prayers, encouraging words, from a Christian perspective. This is something that she feels really strongly about. We've always been Christian, but recently she's really wanted to focus her attention there. The main reason for that is Facebook is an open book, as it were. Right now, the monetization program over there is taking off, and she feels if she can get monetized, she can really make a go of it and become an influencer in the Christian space. And I'm going to be right there to support her 100%, back her up, help her make content, study the Bible with her, do whatever I have to do to encourage her and to help her on her journey. All the hate and...
Yeah, again, guys, if anyone throws in religion, my bet is that they're using religion as a trap. They're probably going to use it to gain a boost in crowds. Basically just reap the benefits from the religion without ever contributing to it in a good manner. That's just my opinion. That's just how I view it, because it's becoming more and more common. And if you don't look at that, and you don't realize that it's a scam, and that's actually a popular scam, in my opinion. I think this is a popular scam. Everything that I'm saying, I'm making up. Everything I'm saying is what I think. I think using religions is a very popular scam, and we need to crack down on it. Alright, we need to pull down the virtuals and spank them. And yeah, I can't say that because this is YouTube. But you get my point.
All the crap that we dealt with that really put a damper on things for us, but we're back. We are moving forward. We have put all that in the past, and now we're moving forward in a new direction, and we're going to really try to make this work. It's been really rough for us lately. Any of you want to support Sarah and her new ministry, as it were?
Many people have pointed out that the profit margins on Facebook are just higher. To make a living wage on TikTok.
They're like community center, but at the park. I recognize that. Yeah, like we had those all up and down the West Coast. Yeah. I actually had a lot of Mexican piñata parties there. You would hang the piñata on the beam mat there. I was the only white boy. I was the only white kid. I didn't mind it. They all treated me nicely. Yeah.
You need to produce an obscene amount of views. An amount that is much less over on Facebook. Low-key, though, no platform beats YouTube if you're trying to build an audience, at least in my opinion. They've just got it all. Shorts, lives, long-form content. But I didn't come here to shill for YouTube. My point being is that TikTok is not really a good place for a creator to make a living. So I highly suspect this is the main reason behind their rebrand and transition to Facebook. They're now going to try to scam Christians on a platform that has very little knowledge of their past actions, like the Amazon wish list. with Sarah eventually claiming that everyone who requested a refund had gotten one. Complete and utter lie.
That's
Hello
bullshit.
everyone. So
That's
everyone
bullshit.
who requested a refund has been refunded for the wish list items. I was able to complete them earlier than I expected.
Yeah, sure.
I apologize again for being so stupid and immature. Deceiving people is wrong, and I knew that. I should have been honest from the start, and I wouldn't have lost the trust of my followers. I am moving on. I am moving forward with full honesty from now on. I'm still going to do my TikTok shop videos, and I may at some point put up some merch for sale, but I never expect anyone to buy if they don't want or need the item that I'm advertising.
Really?
If you do buy merch or a TikTok shop item that I advertise, thank you so much.
Oh.
But I won't be lying anymore to get support.
Guys, what are you doing? She got caught lying multiple times. She even said on video. I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, if you're like favorite person that you guys like watching, like your influencer or people who make videos, whatever, keep making apology videos saying that they won't do this, they won't do that. They're lying. They're gonna do it again. You wanna know how I know? Because they're gonna be making another apology video saying the same shit. Like, okay.
I don't truly believe in an item, I won't give it a good review. I will always be honest with my TikTok shop reviews. That is my promise to all of my followers.
No.
That being said, I am moving forward and continuing to build my Facebook and my TikTok.
No.
Facebook will become a place where I can post Christian content and
Oh
spread
my
the word
God.
of God.
Oh my God.
While my TikTok will be a place where I can show myself and my life.
One of the top comments under this TikTok was, "I still haven't received my refund." There is no way in hell that they had the money to pay people back.
Yeah.
And all of the items he
Yeah.
received are already used. They're not going to go back. It has been
Fuck
one
no.
lie after the next with these two. All the while, Sarah goes on posting about Christianity, and Patrick continues to make his food slop videos.
And
It's
AI
like I've been
girlfriends.
saying for the past 20 minutes. Nothing has changed. They're
Nothing.
living in a fantasy land.
Fantasyland.
Patrick is still not doing what he was doing in the past, and it sadly seems like the only person who can bring him to justice is completely brainwashed by him. I would like to once
Yep.
again end this video on a message to Sarah. Now is your best opportunity to get out of this. Take the help that people are offering you, run, and never look back. As your father involving you in scams like this is most likely another attempt to isolate you. He saw that there were people
Yeah.
out there who would
What is
supply
that?
you with items to get away from him.
Oh my
and has now
God.
completely twisted that trust that they had in you. Time and your support are running out.
Yeah, I would. Man, these thumbnails that he makes are atrocious. Yeah, I'll like if you break trust one time, okay. If you break it the second time, I'm never trusting you again. You break it the third time, just have nothing to do with them. I'm just kidding. No, don't even trust them. Trust them the second time because if they break that trust the first time, they're more than likely gonna do it again. I'm gonna leave QB channels. Yeah, I'm gonna leave his channel linked in my bio, alright? You guys give this man a like and subscribe if you haven't already. He makes really good videos. I love his locale history. It's amazing. These people are fantastic in their own horrible ways, and I'll see you guys in the next one.